up, yo?
What's good, Dad?
Cool.
Ah, shit.
I'm trying to get these.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm good. I'm trying to get these battle tracks
Okay.
loaded. So Kendrick Lamar, Like That, Euphoria, 616 in LA. That's my birthday, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I still hated the track. Meet the Grams, and Not Like That.
Not like us.
And then there's First Person Shooter. That was dope. The Push Ups was even doper. Tailor Made was extremely outstanding. Family Matters cooked them, and
That's not the
the
order.
Heart in Paris. That's not it.
Let me see.
Okay, well he got it wrong.
Like that. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I don't think that's the order.
Well, welcome to me and my OG podcast. This is episode 5. Yeah. Like, subscribe, reorder.
It's like, comment, share, subscribe. What is reorder, bro? You always playing, bro.
What is it again?
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Why would you say reorder? What is that?
To order the next episode. That ain't how it work. So what we talking about?
Come on, we getting right to it, bro.
We get right to the
smoke.
I already heard your friends in the background agree with me with everything I said.
Nobody agree with you.
Everybody agreed with me. Your light-skinned friends and your dark-skinned friends.
Oh, it's that, huh?
I mean, that's what they was doing. All that colorism. There was a lot of colorism in their rhymes. A lot of you better say something before I start telling the truth.
All right, yeah, don't start telling
the
truth.
You better don't start telling the truth.
No.
Keep lying to the people.
Nobody want to hear that stuff, bro.
They do want to hear it.
Nobody want to hear that, bro.
You know what I mean? I heard a bunch of rodents.
You know what? How about we do it like this? Fuck that.
And we just gonna tell the truth?
We're gonna tell the truth. I don't give a fuck what track dropped first.
Mm-hmm. Euphoria dropped first, right? That was big. Forget that big
three. Well, just big man. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to take this time out before we get any further for me to apologize to J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a great job, and it was a good idea of him to bow out of this messy
smoke.
It was messy. It was epic and messy. I don't understand why y'all have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But we in the new. Y'all see how we just flew into the Middle East.
Come on, Dad, don't say it.
I ain't say what city we in.
That shit not funny, bro.
I ain't say what city we in. What you talking about? It can't be Dubai because there ain't no water out there. Dubai is flooded. So we ain't in Dubai. That's all. You don't want to tell them? We don't have to tell them. Come on, man. What's the next subject, man?
Yeah, we still on the Drake Kendrick jump.
All right. I don't have nothing to say about it. The battle was hot. It was epic. It wasn't as good as LL and Kumo D. Nas and Jay-Z is always going to be the battle, but this was a battle of a different kind.
This is the best battle ever.
Yeah, I like the one with when the boy was battling Remy Ma's boyfriend. That was the dopest battle. That had the hottest lines in it. Remember that?
No.
You don't remember Remy Ma? You don't know that?
You being serious?
Yeah. Don't y'all remember that? Remy Ma got out of jail, right? Why are you laughing, yo?
Remy Ma got out of jail. What?
She had got out of jail, and she was producing this rap guy.
Okay.
That was he was a battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was they had a show, and I don't know who he was battling against, but he started talking about all the things that was going on.
Oh, okay. He wasn't battling Papoose. He was battling, but talking about.
He was battling her, not her husband. Papoose her husband. I'm talking about her side dude.
Her side dude
was
battling somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the most epic battle that I remember.
That's toxic. You like that was toxic. That was weird.
But it was meant to be toxic. This is two superstars, and it wasn't supposed to be toxic. That's my point. If I was going to go toxic, I'd go to the toxic venue. They got too toxic. That's all. But it's cool. We can move past. Oh, but you still want to stay on it because you thought your guy was just.
It's not my guy.
Phenomenal.
It's not my guy. I like both Kendrick and Drake. But I feel like
you like them both evenly.
I like Drake more. Honestly.
Okay. All right. Me too.
But Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick destroyed him. Not Like Us was a fucking hit.
Drop and Give Me 50 was a hit.
Come on, bro. Not Like Us. They Not Like Us was a hit, bro.
Oh, it was a hit. It got more views. It broke awards. It's fantastic. It don't get no better than that. Every weekend I go out, I hear it at the club.
What? You hear what at the club?
I tell you what I don't hear.
What?
Not Like Us.
That's a lie. Shit, come on, Dad. Try to do it. Get the thing.
Let's see. I don't know what I'm supposed to be pushing.
Here, let me see, bro.
Let me walk. Go see. Tonight, I think about 9:00, Kaitlyn Clark's first game is on.
Mm-hmm.
The WNBA is getting it in tonight. You see, she got that sneaker deal.
With who?
Nike. Ain't nobody else get a sneaker deal? You don't know?
Nah.
No, I don't think nobody else got a sneaker deal, man. But they get it in the day. They sold out the arena too.
Who did?
The first sellout ever. Wherever she's playing at, because she plays for. Who does she play for? I think she plays for Indiana. But wherever she's playing at tonight, they sold out.
That's dope.
What, the arena selling out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sold out arenas and sneakers and all that.
This is a good joint. They play this everywhere.
She might be the next.
Get your ass in out the Bible down watch you. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. So the fuck with me, man. I'm the one that up to score with them. Walking down whole time.
You a hater, yo. You really a fucking hater. Yo. Yo, you really a hater, bro. This shit not hot.
We had this conversation, man. I don't feel it at all. But it don't matter. There's a lot of things I don't feel. God. I don't like his voice. I really don't like his voice at all. I don't like none of that. And he changed his voice intentionally. I don't like it. Some people like.
So you feel like Drake won?
Some people like black licorice. They love it.
Horrible.
So many different people, different vibes, different things they like. And I get it if you like that. Particularly if you like that and you ain't from the Northeast. Down south. I get it. I mean, California in itself is a huge place, and they support their artists. Shouts out to Kendrick Lamar and his fans and all that. It's top 10, so million. It's got the most plays ever or something like that. In a small time frame. It's dope. It's dope. Um, yeah, it's that. Did you bring something for the table today, brother?
I didn't bring nothing for the table today.
Oh, I'll keep my table stuff. I bought some things for the table.
What you bring for the table?
We want to get into it now?
Yeah, you can be your table vibe.
Okay, cool. So the day for the table, I brought a souvenir I brought back for myself from the Whitney plantation in New Orleans. Come on, man.
You always got some slave shit going on, bro. Like that's your thing. Like you always go back to that. First it's the roots, then it's the Uncle Nearest, and now you bring a slave a bag from the plantation.
Hold on. These are just little magnets. I brought something for the table. Like these are conversational pieces. That's really what the table's about. These are conversations. This is what I like to talk about. Here's something. Watch this. Watch. Why is that funny?
I was going to say, here's something. All right, man, go ahead, yo.
Because I don't want us to ever. So there's a thing they
you bring some cool shit to the table.
This ain't nothing cool.
Like some suede Adidas that you used to wear from back in the day. Why we always go right to that?
We could have did something else.
Bring some fly shit to the table, bro.
Y'all niggas is fly all the time. Y'all having a good time, partying and bullshit all the time, and it's cool. Mm-hmm. Even slaves like the party. Can I check the slaves like the party and bullshit too. Okay. After you work hard all week and all that, there's a party that goes on. The fact that we party all the time and all that is really part of who we are.
You have to be a different kind of person.
But it's a part of who we are.
You have to be a different kind of person to put a magnet of a slave plantation home on your refrigerator.
You shall never forget.
I don't want to forget.
So here's the thing.
I don't want that on my refrigerator.
Here's the thing. If you forget, you forget. It's a whole lot of old sayings. If you forget where you come from, you don't know where you're going. All those kind of things. There's trueness to it, but I mean, I guess we don't really deal with that no more. Let me tell you when this plantation closed. This is enough. This is going to be crazy. You know when this plantation closed?
When?
1975. And we all so removed. 1975, bro. You know how recent that is? I was born in 69. So within my lifespan, that plantation was open. Mm-hmm. But if you just want to keep forgetting and just act like, and I mean, again, we've always partied. We've always had a good time. We always found time in the midst of what we're doing to enjoy ourselves as Black folk in this place, right? So we always found ways to have a good time, but it don't remove the fact that we in the situation we in. It don't remind. So I'm always going I don't have to lean in it and all that, but just so that we all understand, Black Wall Street was a thing. Mm-hmm. The Whitney plantation closing in 1975 is a thing. Uncle Nearest was a thing. And folks been drinking Jack Daniels for 300-400 years, not understanding that the brother made that, right? So all those things are a part of us, and it's always been it's always going to be a part of our conversations. I said that from the beginning. We can talk about whatever. But I'm gonna bring it back to its foundation because that's just what it is.
Okay.
You can't forget it. You must not forget it, no matter how much you start blending in and becoming our true whole American selves. You just It's just a conversation about the blood that runs through your veins. That's all.
Okay.
Where you come from.
What else you bring for the table?
It's gonna lead to the same thing. I
was just kicking my ass.
I made a funny sound again. But this right here. So I'm gonna sit back again in a minute. But this is, remember last time I had my book with me, right? This is the book that I had published, right? And this is the book that I walked around with me in poetry clubs and things like that. Like, you know how you hear Kanye, you think of rappers and the Backpack Clique? This is one of my backpack books. I can serve. So at any moment, at any time, I can pull one of these out, and these are more social, political, more so than these. This is a book of love poems. This is, I might get into all that stuff that this is a little deeper than that. And those are just pieces, but that's what I brought to the table, just to bring something to the table. So, Whitney Museum, I know a lot of our people go to New Orleans and have a good time and enjoy themselves. But I will say this, that if you don't know, that's New Orleans is probably one of the most spiritual places in America. It was the place where Africans can really be African. They on Sundays they all went to Congo Square and did the Congo Square. And I had the opportunity when I did go to New Orleans, I had the opportunity to play my drum, not my drums. I was able to borrow some drums, and I played drums all Sunday. I spent all day Sunday when I went through New Orleans, all afternoon playing the congas. In Congo Square, which is it was one of the places in New Orleans during the slave trade. They had off on Sunday, and Sundays they would go to Congo Square and be themselves. So it's a thing, man. Like it's when you start talking about where we come from and things like that, it shouldn't be a thing of embarrassment. I know it's not the everyday happy-go-lucky thing to talk about, but it is there, and somebody got to hold it down, and I'm there holding it down for that part of us. That's all. So if we would just allow space for a 5-minute conversation every episode for me to remind all of y'all where we come from, what this is, the purpose is, we here for freedom as much as it's just a thing. It's real, right? So, so that's that. Is that not your dad, bro?
I get you. I'm here with you.
Yeah, it's your dad, man, and it's if you don't pay attention to that and you let that sway, that's why there's a conversation about roots and all that. And remember that started because I thought it was a good idea for us to keep that understood what we're going through. And then I had some good folk in the comments. Y'all can always say in the comments how you feel. Like one sister said in the comments that her family, her sons be standing on business. And if they watch that, it would trigger them, and she's afraid that that truth may get them in trouble if they triggered by watching Roots and all that. So it's the thing, man. But and we're talking about culture, so and that's part of our culture. What you got? Give me some. What have you been paying attention to? The old. What have you been paying attention to?
I've been paying attention to the protests at the colleges. That's what I've been paying a lot of attention to, and I've been seeing that a lot of the kids just kind of like got mixed feelings because they feel like what's going on is totally wrong, but most kids who are graduating, they never really had a real graduation. You know what I mean? High school graduation, COVID. You know what I mean? Now you got college graduation protests. You know what I mean? So they like, damn, well, we didn't even really get a chance to have a normal graduation. And I felt that. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like COVID was COVID. You know what I mean? The protest is the protest. I mean, everybody knows how I should feel about what's going on in Gaza. So it's kind of like, damn, it give you the mixed feelings. Like, shit, I feel them on it. Damn, I understand what's going on. I care about it too, but I want to have a regular graduation. You know what I mean? A lot of the things was getting canceled. Imagine working so hard through your whole college experience. You know what I mean? And the time for you to get celebrated is nothing because the protests, and they standing on business wholeheartedly. Like they really out there. So I've been paying attention to that. I mean, this nut in New York been saying some crazy stuff. I meant to call you the other day. I think the governor, mayor, black bull.
The mayor's black there.
Yeah, he said some shit like kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is or some shit. And motherfuckers kept making it memes.
Oh, that wasn't the mayor.
Who is that guy? He is the mayor, isn't he?
There was a female,
a white female,
who said something like that.
Yeah, but he said some shit today like, the immigrants in New York, we have more lifeguards because they can swim real good or some shit. I just seen this shit right before you pulled up.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'll say is this. So, it's a lot of mixed bag of things going on, right? So one of the main things that is going on as far as immigration is concerned is
real quick. Excuse me.
Okay. So there's some policy or some law where you hit one of those southern states, you show up on one of those southern borders around Texas, New Mexico, all those, you automatically get shipped to a blue state. Mm-hmm. So most blue states, Democratic states, big cities, so Chicago, California, New York, they're shipping those immigrants straight there. Mm-hmm. So I think part of what you're saying, part of what you are referencing is the things that's going on with that. As far as the protests, man, that's why it's so hard for us to get away from the things that I usually talk about, because they play so much in what we're talking about. So here's another conversation, right? Mm-hmm. And so let's say Vietnam, the last great big protest. Mm-hmm. During the Vietnam War, people believed that Americans was dying unjustly. Mm-hmm. And so to stop the dying, I mean, with all due respect to anybody graduating and understanding that you might have missed your high school graduation, formal graduation also. But if you're living in a world where 300 or 400 people are dying on a regular basis, mm-hmm. on a daily basis, and somebody wants to make a big deal out of it so you could make notice, if that's a sacrifice of you having this beautiful graduation, mm-hmm. I mean, who am I to say so? But mm-hmm. if you thought that, put it this way, if you thought that you giving up your graduation would stop some people from dying, mm-hmm.
it's a no-brainer.
I would think.
Yeah.
If you were a good and righteous person. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're talking about, right? So that's, again, if I equate it to our situation, it'd be the same. If, as old and antiquated as it may seem, if slavery was going on and someone in Ireland or England decided to not graduate because they wanted to stop the slave stuff, mm-hmm. it would make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so really that's where we are here. So even if we get to a point where whatever side you fall on the debate, because just like when we have our conversations about rap beef,
Mm-hmm.
if we start the rap beef, if we start the conversation in 2020, you're missing everything that happened in 1985,
I got it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so no matter where you come up in this debate where you are, what's for sure is
Mm-hmm.
these people should stop dying,
For sure.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I could get into a whole conversation about the power, like, because I'm up on it
Mm-hmm.
and I have a thorough understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we could go there, but it's something that at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
let's please stop. Can we stop babies from dying?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
You said something interesting to me, and and it stuck out to me a few weeks ago. You was talking about the average age of the people in that area. It was how old?
They're young.
Young.
It's a very, it's truth. If you are being,
I was at the play too. I was gonna say, if you cry, right? If you was to cry right now, viral.
oh yeah, I ain't crying.
I'm fucking with you.
I ain't got no tears, right?
Well, you said, I thought we were about to get one. I said, damn, that'd have been a perfect moment.
Nah. It's trying not to choose a side, but at the end of the day, like if again, I'll double down on that. People are dying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop people from dying
Mm-hmm.
and have a conversation about whatever you want to have a conversation about. But what's true is people should not be dying at that alarming alert, that alarming rate.
Mm-hmm.
Since October the 7th, we know that, and I forget the exact number, but I'll never get into exact numbers. Between 12 and 1,500 people died. Israelis died. And right now we are borderline at 36,000 Palestinians. The numbers just don't make sense.
That's
it's
ridiculous,
too much.
Man.
And that should stop. Yeah. And that's that, man. And sometimes, like, the world, on a world stage, people need to just understand what's going on and make your opinion be known. So, look, since October the 7th, 35,000 people died. Is that cool? Nah. There's some other things going on. Israel's security is threatened. But I know what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
They're living in an apartheid system.
Mm-hmm.
They are being oppressed by the nature of the situation. So you have these people who are on this land, the Israelis that want to occupy this land, and so people are being displaced.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stand up and say, "Hey, I don't appreciate you taking my land," then you are considered a combatant. And so,
explain what that means to the people.
okay. So let's just say wherever you live, someone wants to remove you from your home. If you say, "Wait a minute, I've been here for years, I don't want to leave my home," then you are resisting. And if you are resisting, then you are part of the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are part of the resistance, you die. And so just by being the nature of wanting to defend your home or the place where your family has been for centuries, just by defending that, you automatically become a combatant.
Mm-hmm.
If you are old enough to fight.
Fight, for sure.
So, which means, for the sake of this conversation, as sad as it may sound, if you are a 16 and 17-year-old Palestinian boy
trying to fight,
if you ain't, I don't know whether you choose to fight or not. They come.
You got to fight.
Right.
You have to fight.
And so but now with the conversation, to answer your question, this has been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, the Palestinian community is a very, very young community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be. I can't remember the exact numbers, but more than 50% of their people
mm-hmm.
are children.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who are dying in this are children. But to be fair, a 16, 17-year-old boy might not be considered a child in a soldier's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's that. If anybody got any questions about that, I can answer questions. I answer comments, maybe answer to you in particularly. But
so the question back at you, I mean,
it
seems like you've been kind of paying attention to the same stuff, for real.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to the war
mm-hmm.
As much as I try. I don't know if I try not to, because I think we are in history. We are in an extremely important time in history
mm-hmm.
when it comes to a lot of those things. And one of the reasons why is because we're in such an information age.
Mm-hmm.
So before, you could do a whole lot of things to people that wasn't cool, and nobody would ever know
mm-hmm.
unless they went looking for it. And then if they went looking for it, maybe they may find it, but then you got to try to show it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to understand what Israeli occupation of Gaza looks like for real, all you have to do is pay attention. There's some documentaries. Matter of fact, 60 Minutes did a special. A 15-minute. If you watch that 60-minute, 15-minute special, you'll get up to par.
Right.
If you watch anything by, you can watch anything because the information is out there so much on everything
mm-hmm.
that you can clearly get both sides.
No, for sure.
So you can watch Fox News, and I do suggest that you watch Fox News. I was always taught that you want to know exactly what the opposition. You want to know their perspective.
For sure.
So you can really have a full understanding of what's going on. So watch Al Jazeera. That's a news outfit from Qatar. Or you can watch anything. You can watch American Fox News and hear what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then get the 360 view and make your own decisions on what's going on out there. It's just interesting to me that so much is going on like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're at some really unprecedented times. It's heavy, like we talked before, and they came inches from going into some nuclear war space recently. And if you didn't know, and you paid it no mind, and you were just worrying about the rap beefs and all that, then you didn't have that stress.
I feel you.
It might be unnecessary stress.
Mother's Day just passed. No, we really don't do the timestamp thing. That's what he said. But happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful women across the world. You know, from me to you.
It sounds like Cap, don't it?
Happy Mother's Day, baby. You know, and shit like that.
And shit like that. But I will say, I started to make a post today, and and it was gonna say, you know, I felt I was in my poetic space. I'm in my poetic space right now. I might really start writing again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did a dope show with French this past Saturday. We killed it. Christina Culture Center, Wilmington, Delaware.
You didn't invite me either because you know I was gonna be in there big.
PLP, Peace, Love, and Poetry. Nah, so we just gearing up again.
Why you never invite me?
You're always invited.
No. Like, yo, Lil, I'm doing a joint tonight. Come through.
Well, I didn't because I don't. I didn't know what to expect. Right, there was.
So I gotta be lit for me to come.
No, you can come anytime. I don't. You're welcome. Sometimes I be just moving through life, just be moving, man. I'm just moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an old cat out there doing my thing. I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, yo, we got a show on Saturday, and I'd be like, all right, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Pop up.
And then Saturday,
salmon soup.
Oh, I gotta salmon.
What you have on, Dad? What you have on for the show?
I had my Howard Wildcat colors on, blue and white. I had an all blue suit. I ain't gonna front the same suit I had for the gala. Since you act like that,
you did a double up.
Yeah. So,
you switched the guts out.
Oh, the guts was always different.
Okay.
So with the
pause.
Oh yeah. Pause.
That was a crazy one.
Pause.
That was a crazy one.
Pause. So for the gala, I dressed it up and had all black bow tie and all that kind of stuff,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, that shit on. That was a good joint.
Yeah. So for this show, I was in my more poet mode. So I had my all white Nike Air Max joints,
mm-hmm.
the soft joints, like all meshed out. What are those things? Damn, Steve.
Them joints you really wanted?
$200 sneakers. Yeah.
Damn.
924s or something like that.
I forgot. You talking about the joints Auntie got for you?
No. These recent. I went out and did
okay. 270s.
Something like that.
Yeah, 270s.
Yeah, I had an all white pair of them on.
Yeah, with the what you call that bottom?
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum bottom.
But mine's is all bubblegum.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, you had 270s on.
Yeah, and then I had on a white tee.
Politician sneak.
Yeah, then I had the white tee with my with the suit on. So I was all blue and white. I hopped on stage, man. You know what I mean? Thank God, man. I'm feeling really good, man, because I needed a chair, right? I wanted a chair so I could. So we went in the back and we found this chair. It was almost like the size of a table.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! But I was able to jump on top of that joint. We fixed the mic up on it. I'm up on top of the joint. It's kind of dope. I'll show you a picture of it.
Okay.
And we rocked out, man. We did.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
So, for the people that's out there that don't know, that you sold women's shoes basically my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mary J. Blige just dropped some shoes, right? Just dropped some heels with Giuseppe.
Okay.
High-end clothing brand.
Okay.
The boots are $1,300. People online are saying that's not Mary J. Blige demographic. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got other people saying Mary J. Blige demographic is the rich aunties with no kids. Life of the party vibes. I get
who? Rich aunties with no kids?
Yeah, rich auntie, no kid.
Okay.
So, you know Mary J. Blige. That's your heir. You know her whole category of work from beginning until now. You know who she is.
I'm familiar with her fans.
Yeah, you're familiar with her fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, my mom is a huge Mary J. Blige fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I am too, because of my mom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like stuck in the middle. I ain't know it wasn't the rich aunties or was the poor. Poor is crazy. That was a crazy word to say. The less fortunate in the hood.
So
Am I saying the right words? I feel like I'm drawing seeing these
What's
words.
your question?
I'm being myself. Fuck it. Yeah. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that's her target demographic? A $1,300 boot.
I'm glad I didn't know about. I don't know about this. I'm not familiar with the story, but I will say this. Hey, listen, man. Our folk, black folk. To put it simple, we like nice things.
For sure.
Right? And we've always, my understanding, right, from the things I've read, is that we've always liked nice things. It can be for whatever reason. And I know that in the shoe business, I'll say this. In the shoe business, I'll use one of your words. Exclusiveness is a thing. Like, you don't want to be on your best night when you out there and you are, for the sake of this conversation, the pun, putting your best foot forward, right?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
If you putting your best foot forward, if there's 2 or 3 other sisters with that shoe on, you ain't, your whole night's blown.
Yeah, but it's a way to do that. It's a way to do that without making the boot $1,300. We know that limited drops. You can control that. Make it super limited. You know what I mean?
But y'all wear that. Like we've had conversations on this podcast about you wearing $1,500 shoes, $1,500 shoes. So the female version of whoever Hollywood Lou is, that's what it is. It's for them.
I'm gonna say this.
It's for them.
So as we going through the conversation right now, I can honestly say the boot is not good.
So what does that mean? So you don't like the boot?
I don't like the boot at all. The boot looked like some Steve Madden shit. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute, that's not a thing.
Okay, because Steve Madden is yeah. So what I'm saying is the boot looked tacky, in my opinion. Big gold boot, shit like a calf high. It ain't really look too much of a $1,300 boot.
I'll say this. There's a market for everything. And if you've got a $1,500 boot that you put out there and someone wants to buy a $1,500 boot and you can sell it, sell it. You know what I mean? Clothing lines, at times, they find a luxury line, a luxury item, a luxury thing that they do. And then if they want to, you can sure enough go to Walmart and put a line and do what Beyonce did, put a line of something out there. You know, it's marketing strategy. We are in America, man. Somebody once said, and they say it often, that this is the greatest country in the world. Yeah. And the free market, we love it. Now, there's a lot of places that don't like the free market, but the flea market. But the free market makes its own place, so you only have to debate that.
So basically, what you saying is $1,300. Fuck it, let's ball.
You're gonna spend $1,300 on red bottoms
anyway, yeah.
So that's the market. That's our marketplace. She does. So I'll say this. Now that I'm thinking it out, I know there are Mary J. Blige fans that wear red bottoms.
For sure.
If she wants to enter that market,
she could have went either way.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah. The boot not good though. It ain't good. I know, knowing you.
Well, I mean, leathers.
You wouldn't have fucked with it. I just know, because I know you. I know the type shit you see, and you'll say something like, "Lou, come on."
So
it's one of them.
I'll say this. Most of the time, my sense of fashion for women is more towards a look and not a feel.
For sure.
So for me, I know when I pick a damn shoe up, I wouldn't care what it costs. If it's not leather or if it's not a good quality leather, I can't wear the shoe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm pretty sure because of the brand, and I wore the brand as you know, it was a time I was going through like a Giuseppe thing. Probably like 2014, 2015. The quality of the Giuseppe's was pretty cool. So I feel like the boot, $1,300, the boot's probably comfortable. And I know some girls were saying like they wish the calf part was thicker, wider for bigger women. I don't know. You know, all the.
I did all those
yeah.
games. I was a master at that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know. That's why I
was a master at it, so I didn't see the boot. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it ain't for everybody, and it's a marketing game.
Yeah.
But I will say that, like I said, so for instance, Louis Vuitton.
Mm-hmm.
Louis Vuitton is a man-made material.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $20 material. The value is in just the LV.
Mm-hmm.
There's no value in that actual material and all that. It's just a plastic.
That should be feeling. You talking about bags or just everything?
Everything. That's not a leather. That's a vinyl. So you're paying money for vinyl. The name is in the price is in the name,
mm-hmm.
and it may.
You talking about at a time, or you talking about
right now? That Louis Vuitton brown stuff is not a leather quality leather. Now, although they may put foam or do whatever they need to make it comfortable,
mm-hmm.
the actual material
mm-hmm.
is cheap.
He stamped too. This ain't no bullshit, bro. Stamp. Just so y'all know, this ain't no.
Oh, they don't know that?
They don't know. They don't know you, bro.
No, they don't know that.
They don't know them. Can't go for look.
Oh, there we go. So there it is. So
I'm pretty sure them girls know that the motherfucking bags is
yeah.
Cat toy.
Yeah, the leather. You see the leather that's on it.
That shit don't scratch or nothing.
There's usually a brown patch of tan leather on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's leather and rawhide, whatever it is. But the actual bag is not made of a leather.
Yeah. That's a lot of brands now, man. Everybody vegan. Vegan leather.
Vegan leather, all that. I mean, and if Louis Vuitton has some leather bags and all, I know like the inlays,
mm-hmm.
because if you get a real leather bag, there's inlays.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on,
mm-hmm.
right? But I'm just talking about. Remember we debuted your boy. I was actually listening to him talk.
Okay.
And he told me this, and I heard him say it. So if he's wrong, he's wrong. What's the boy name from Harlem?
Ken?
Fashion.
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He was talking about it. And I was listening to him in an interview. So I'm no expert, but he was saying, because he made a lot of money duplicating those
mm-hmm.
things. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it was a conversation he was having. So I can't say that I hired nobody, but I do know that my body tells me what it is. If I put a non-leather anything on my foot will say AO.
You hate it. You hate a motherfucking Aldo sneaker.
Oh my God.
The Aldo shit.
Aldo shoe, any of that. If you scratch it and your nail ain't in that joint, and if it's not a leather shoe, if it's not breathable, my feet ain't doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have on a mesh, something breathable.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna wrap my foot in plastic. You're just not gonna do that. That's not what we doing. You know, I'm a Clark man.
Mm-hmm.
That all goes with my hip hop stuff. We ain't got to know how. If you don't know how Clark ties into hip hop, you might want to Google that, because that's the hip hop shoe.
Mm-hmm.
We know that, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Do your people know that?
Yeah, Dad.
Well, you make sure let my young fellas know that. You know what I mean? You want to be vintage, get you a Clark.
You want to be Haitian, get you a Clark.
Yeah, or
it's an Islander.
Hey, that will go into a big conversation. There was some conversations being said and I don't really want to get into them. They hip hop conversations because I think Kool Herc was half Jamaican, and then there's some Spanish brothers who want to take credit for the hip hop joint. So there's a lot going on with that. So don't do too much. We wear Clarks.
Okay.
What's his name? Ghostface.
It's a cool ass shirt too.
Is it Ghostface?
Yeah, come on.
I have a question for you. I did have a Is there a brand? Is there a Joyride brand update? We ain't talked about it since the second episode or something.
What you mean Joyride brand?
Anything.
I mean, new locations. You know, shit lit.
What's the new location?
Baltimore. Spot called Limitless.
We got a new location.
New location, Baltimore. Limitless.
Hold on.
New pack.
Didn't you just tell me you was in Baltimore and ran into somebody that talked about the podcast?
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Is that a brother?
Yeah.
Shout out
I
to
was
you,
in Baltimore, you know. Mother's Day vibe, kicking it. Somebody was like, "Yo, man, you and your dad podcast, man. That's something y'all got going on, dope, man." I really didn't know who the guy was.
And it was dope.
It was dope.
Yeah, shout out to that brother. We here. Hope you get something out of this, man. I ain't gonna let him. We gonna keep a nice clean balance between new culture and old culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna let him just new culture.
Yeah, shout out to my man Hev, man. I seen him too. Definitely said, "I like what you and your pop doing, man. We really appreciate that, man. How the term go?
No cat.
That's what I was not gonna say that, but fuck it.
Do that work? No cat. Let's see. Again, hope y'all watching the NBA. The WNBA is on, man. My hope is that.
Did the Knicks lose yet? Are they out?
Nah, the Knicks is balling. The Knicks is balling. Jalen. So you know it's the Villanova Knicks, right? Did you know that?
I don't really watch basketball with that.
Okay, so there's 3 players that play for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
That played for Villanova.
Oh, I went to the Nova. I knew that.
And they've done a good job getting over on teamwork. They have great chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But they're tired. And the NBA is a grind, right? So they've done some fantastic things, but I think they are down 2-1.
I mean, you was Siri. What's the?
Oh, hey Siri. Are the Knicks winning the series? Down what I want. What's the count? Hey Siri. What's the count on the Knicks series? I found this on the web. See, they keep wanting me to work, and my eyes. You know how old I'm about to be, man?
I don't know. You acting 60.
Yeah, I'm damn near. Yeah, if we round up to the nearest number. You have to do it, man. I think it's 3-1. Oh no, it's 2-1.
Hey Siri, Knicks scores.
The Knicks are leading the Pacers.
Oh, they're playing now. And the series is 2-2.
Third quarter in Game 5 of the conference semifinals.
It's 2-2. It's live. 72-64.
But I think they in Indiana.
They might be.
Yeah. So the Knicks have been doing a good job, man. Jalen Brunson is doing the unthinkable. He's a 6'1" guard, putting up 40-something points a night. We talked earlier. Let me sit back in the couch.
Yo, they are thoroughly impressed by Bronny.
Oh yeah. He had a good combine.
Good
They said his
combine.
combine was really, really dope.
He
And
said,
he's 6'1" too.
said he didn't miss. He was shooting for a minute
70%, I think he shot.
and 30 minute.
Yeah, he shot pretty well.
And he missed.
Yeah. So
And his vertical was boy could jump.
mm-hmm.
I said, well, damn.
Yeah. It still it got him 10 points a game in college, but he's supposed to transfer. It's
Fucking hater.
it's the truth, man.
Fucking hater, bro.
Nah, he got 10 points a game. It's like, okay, watch this. Me and you in the fashion game, right? We do our thing, right?
Uh-huh.
If you coming behind me, you know what I mean? Somebody got to give you a shot.
That's how I go. That's how I'm supposed to go. His dad did the work.
Yeah. You the super. You just happen to be the. You the superstar son. Well, you the son of a superstar. It is what it is, fam. Nah, but you know what it is. Little Bron, somebody going to jump on
Give him a shot.
Even in, so a lot to do in this world. The same thing with the WNBA, right? So there was a conversation about why there is some conversation out there why Kaitlyn get this extraordinary sneaker contract and nobody else did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it's because the sneaker's gonna sell. Somebody there's a want, right? And you can tell that by selling out arenas. And they sold out, and she sold out arenas. So, and that's what it is. So, if you are someplace and you need some people in the seats or eyeballs on the game, and everybody needs that, that's what it is. You might get you a little Bronny James. You know what I mean? Let him come through, and you fool around, and he'd be a decent player, and you attract his dad to give you another year or so. So you might come up, you might have something. We are living in iconic times, just like your
for sure
your rap battle. It's iconic times. What else we got? Yeah. So I'll be announcing my shows when they come up. It's actually like a anniversary of my book. So the shows, I'm doing something different in the shows.
Speaking of anniversaries, I just celebrated 8 years.
8 years.
Having my clothing store.
Oh.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Dad. That was on the 11th.
On 11th, it was how many years?
8.
8 years at the same location? You've been in that location for 8 years?
Boss player.
Yeah. That's extraordinary.
Opened up in 2016, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Put 8 in that joint.
I think you owe them you owe your folks a thank you, man.
I do. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
They know what's up. I love them, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for shopping, supporting, posting, coming to the fashion shows. And I'm doing some shit this summer,
fashion
too.
show. What's up with that?
Summer.
Where the fashion show at,
Summertime, bro. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Coming.
I'm going through my notes, right? War and the things that's going on in war, that's there. Jalen Brunson is there. We talked about that. Anthony Edwards. You know who that is?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Number 5 for Minnesota.
That motherfucker's a beast. My God.
Yeah, it's
better than Jordan.
People just say anything. And in my older years, I'm doing well.
No, you're not.
I'm doing well.
No lie for the podcast.
I
Bro.
mean, I am.
In your older years, what? You've been doing a little bit better with.
Dealing with dumb shit. Nah, I mean, nah, I do. I have a lot more patience for other people's opinions and attitudes. So what did you ask me about? You asked me. You said something.
You asked me, did I know about the boy Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
And I said, better than Jordan.
Oh yeah, that nonsense. See, that's what I'm talking about. Same difference. Just people just be saying shit, but you ain't the only one to do that.
He said he better. He said they be comparing him to Jordan. He said, but I can shoot. Felty.
I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, there's work to be done. I mean, LeBron was the next Jordan for 15 years. This kid's been around for 3. So I expect him and all that, but a lot to do. There's been, oh man, I can't name the players. I wish I could. I should do better. I wish I had the names of everybody who was the next Jordan. There's been a lot of names. Harold Nix. That's a weird name, but that's a name that comes to my head. The boy that was on the Grant Hill, the boy in Toronto. Vince Carter. Yeah, it just takes a lot of work. Season after season, being consistent. Consistency is everything, and nobody's been able to do that. The only person that was able to do that, like Jordan did that, is Kobe, and I'm not sure if they're not one and the same. They might be the same 2 Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe did so much. Kobe never was anything different than Jordan. Like he mimicked them so much.
The moves.
Yeah, it was so identical. He never did anything outside of that. So it's like Jordan 1A and 1B. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I know that's not giving Kobe all that he deserves. But that's all I've seen without looking into him. It never seemed really important because I didn't watch him in real time because I was an Iverson fan.
Me too.
So I was more concentrated on what AI was doing. But I know that what he did in style and everything else was very, very similar to what Jordan did. So I think that's why people don't really add him to it. But y'all, tell me, you guys in the comments or something, tell me who y'all thought was Jordan like until they just wasn't. A lot of times it's injuries. You know what I mean? One bad damn ankle.
D Rose was good.
Yeah, he was one. D Rose was definitely one. That's a good name. Those guys was great. It's probably unfair to call them next Jordans and all that because they did a lot of great things in their own right. But Anthony Edwards is a total beast. He can shoot, and he applies the kind of pressure that I haven't seen anybody apply that kind of pressure in a long time. And sometimes, like let me say, LeBron. Sometimes your height takes away you being able to be dynamic. You know what I mean? Because you're so tall.
Yeah.
You can't do the things, and he's got that perfect height. I think he's like 6'6", 6'7". So it has a certain
look to it.
Yeah. But he's been consistent, man. 40. He's been scoring 40 points a game, but he's playing the best player in the league. He's playing the Joker, and the Joker has proven to be extremely nasty. And here's another thing about the Joker. He is extremely healthy. Well, not extreme, but he is. He's healthy. He's a big, healthy guy. It's like, imagine a player like Embiid being totally healthy. It would be crazy. Embiid scored 50 points. Hobble. You know what I'm saying? So I did have some notes about how many Americans do you think are in the top 10 basketball players in the world? It's been something I've been looking at for since the last draft. Really, ain't like I did no in-depth study, but if you start naming the players, you'll find that they're not your American player coming out of New York City or Atlanta and all that. I mean, there is Anthony Edwards is one of them, I believe.
Yeah.
But Shy, SGA, I think they call him. He's
Oh yeah. The young boy.
He's from the Thunder.
Yeah.
But he's from North America, but he's not American.
Where are you from?
He's from Canada.
Okay.
So he's from Canada. You already know that for the past 2 or 3 years, who's been winning the MVP has been Jokic, who's not American. Embiid, who took it for 1 year.
Giannis.
He's not American. Giannis is not American. The boy in Dallas, he's not American. On Thunder got a center that's dope. He's not American. So that's 5 already, even though the boy from Thunder's not top 5. But then you got Wemby, who is my favorite. If you haven't seen Wembyana play, the 7'4" player from San Antonio, it is extremely impressive to see a 7'4" player play like a point guard. That is really something to watch. You know what I'm saying? So, I just left. I was in talking to a friend of mine a moment ago, and he said that. What did he say to me? He was just talking about the league and the players, and it's just simply that they're not American players, and I don't know what we're gonna do, but I will say that Jalen Brunson from New York Knicks is a breath of fresh air because I believe he is American, and I believe he's 6'1". So there's still some shine, but 7-foot players coming down, throwing alley oops and all that. It's just a different. That's just different to watch.
It's different. Yeah. I
it's
got
different to watch. So they're not. So have you ever heard the term ADOS? It's going to take you back to where we was at, but we don't have to stand there long. But you know what an ADOS is? So ADOS is an American descendant of slavery. So it's Americans that have come through the way I've come through. Been here. My folk been here for 400 or 500 years, whatever. Came through the slave trade, all that kind of stuff. That's just slightly different than somebody whose family moved here in 1980 and they've been here for 1 or 2 generations. Right?
Okay.
The term ADOS is used when there's a conversation about reparations. You know, I mean, who should get money for the work that our people put in, and normally ADOS stand on, look, it's money that's deserving for us, But anyway, we don't have to get into a conversation about ADOS today, but I do think about ADOS in those terms because I do fit that criteria. And so the thought about how many of the new basketball, the new NBA, how many players come from that. And as we see, if you name the top 10 players.
It's not many.
Well, it's half. So you haven't lost it. You just lost a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? When the Olympics and things like that come up, NBA gonna have American squad gonna have a pretty hard time playing against some of them squads with them European players that are that are top 5 in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta joke. The Joker is the Joker, and the game is slightly different, right? The game overseas is different than the American game.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the NBA that we see today is really close to the European game. You know, no hand checks, no none, all that. Where it's more cutesy and more step back and all that. You know. But anyway, that's that. What else you got? So ADOS is a thing. We talked about the war. We talked about the WNBA debuting tonight. Kaitlyn Clark selling out arenas. Some of them other teams got to get there. And in all things American, it's about a need and a want. So she got the sneakers. She's selling out arenas. Sister's going to have to get out there and give her the business and show her that.
Who's the number 1 WNBA player right now in the league? None?
I tell you what. Whoever she is, she ain't selling out arenas.
That's a fact.
So I guess the girl ain't played one game yet. And if I said Kaitlyn Clark, a lot of people get mad. But it is what it is, right?
Right.
If you sell out, talk heavy. If you sell out arenas, you can do it. Talk that. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of times we have a lot. Like there's a lot of. So let's WNBA. Just to think about it, you got a lot of. WNBA players from the city or that are urban that we can get behind and all that.
No, for sure.
For Kaitlyn to be from Middle America and them not have a star. Everybody's tribal, no matter how much we try to be. People get tribal. That her folk gonna follow her as they should, right?
It's game changing though. It's dope to see.
It's dope because she could ball. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they ain't following her for no reason. They following her because she can get it cooking. Now, whether she can get it cooking in the NBA, that's when we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it is. Yeah. So I think the sister who I like, I think they went to Vegas. Those 2 sisters went to Vegas, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my childhood family, or not, I shouldn't say that. Friends that I've known from my childhood, their folks got drafted.
For real?
Yeah. Marshawn Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah, from East Side. He's a Packer.
Okay.
And talking to my
that's dope.
My sports son sees him. Your brother sees him being fairly successful. He's in Green Bay. He's a East Coast running back. He's slightly shorter than the average star running back, but he's also slightly bigger as far as wider,
yeah.
Stronger. So Rod thinks he's going to have a pretty successful season. So shouts out to the young brother. They had a draft day. They had something over at the what's the name of that arena? Not arena.
Fieldhouse?
No, out Newark, where they got games and all of that.
Boys and Girls Club?
I don't know. I don't know where you go. The park. They got pool tables, bowling alley. What's that place called? Christiana. Out Christiana, by the mall.
Main Event.
Main event. Yeah, I believe him and his family was at main event when he got picked.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's dope.
They had a thing. Yeah, shouts out to the.
It's crazy just seeing him around just being a little young boy just playing football and they be going to the league. That should be dope.
Yeah, to the league. Yeah. He spent a lot of time in Baltimore.
That's where he went for high school, right?
Yeah. And his folks. That was a dope story. Really story of dedication. His folks made sure he got to school every day in Baltimore. Every day in Baltimore.
That's dope.
And
man.
yeah. One of his folks worked with me for some time, and I seen the work they put in up close. And shouts out to him and the hard work, and his family for the support. And really, I can't look forward. I can't wait for the football season.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited about the football season. I've been excited about that young brother
for a minute
since
we've been following him
since I seen his work.
Following him for a minute.
Yeah, his folk sent me the links to check him out and all that, and I really enjoyed. As a matter of fact, one game, he might have been a sophomore then, and I'm watching the Sunday football, and the brother jumped clear over the whole offensive line.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player.
I remember that.
Marshawn Lloyd, from Wilmington, Delaware. I believe his. I went to school with his folk over the north side, but I think they settled over the. Wilmingtonians from all over. Wilmington native, man.
What?
Huh? Wilmingtonians. That's a bad term?
It's not a bad term. It's just some old shit. Like, what, bro?
Yeah, we're from all over the city, man.
Wilmington niggas. Wilmingtonians.
Yeah, look, man, I'm not. Look, Wilmingtonians.
I never heard that shit ever in my life.
Don't say that.
I never heard that. A Wilmingtonian?
Well, you get introduced to some shit. That's my job.
All right.
That's old head. That's it. I ain't a Wilmingtonian. I'm a native New Yorker. Don't forget that.
Why you just say Wilmington native?
That's what it is.
A Wilmingtonian? Some Indian shit, right?
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Now, what happens if you from India? What are you?
Inditonian. A motherfucking Inditonian, motherfucker. You're stupid, right? Because in your mind, you already knew the fuck I was going to say that shit, bro. Motherfucker, Inditonian, motherfucker.
You're Indian, bro.
You're fucking Inditonian.
I'm not playing with you.
Oh, shit.
You know what he said. Inditonian.
Yo, New Yorkin. That's what y'all call it.
Yeah, I'm a native New Yorker.
A native New Yorker.
I'm a native New Yorker. There's a term, in other words, when you're trying to explain it, there's normally some term that makes sense to make it. I'm a New Yorker. You know what I mean? I don't know what a Philadelphian is. A Philadelphian, is that what it is?
Philadelphian.
I guess that's what it is.
So you call a Wilmingtonian.
A Wilmingtonian is definitely a thing. Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. I went to Howard. Guess what I am?
Howardite.
Huh?
Howardite?
Yeah, you know that?
That's because I hear you say that.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Howardite. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I just follow the rules.
You just be making that shit up, bro, as you go along. I don't hear nobody else say that but you.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
I've been in Wilmington my whole life. I never heard nobody refer to us
the thing,
as Wilmingtonians.
But I'm 55. I hear it all the time. I might be the cap and saying all the time.
You don't hear that shit.
I have heard it.
From who?
You could probably read, if you read it in the magazine, if you read the woman.
You like this, bro? You good? You good?
Yeah.
All right, you good.
Yeah, if you read the Wilmington paper, you might read it. If you read the news journal, I might read it there, but I read it on a regular basis.
Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With
You gonna act like you ain't interested watching that shit? Like you gonna cut that motherfucker right on? I did the same shit. I like, yeah, ain't full of shit. That shit come on the TV. All it take is one post, motherfucker post it. You go hop right on there like, you check this shit out.
yeah, so I won't lie and say I won't look at it, but I'm definitely not looking forward to it.
No.
And I'm definitely ain't spending no money for it. And I'm definitely not watching it in real time. I'm definitely not going to be.
I'm watching it in real time
I'm not.
I'm watching it in real time because
I'm not.
the things we do like this and different conversation, just to be, just life. I love the laughing part of life. It's the best part, laughing and bid and shit like that. You just want to bid. You want to be a part of the bid. You know what I mean? Even with the Drake and fucking Kendrick shit, it was just like I had to be. I didn't want to be the. Let me wait till it all's over. I wanted to want to make tweets and laugh and look at the memes and understand. You know what I mean? Just because it make life better, bro. You start getting too deep into fucking life, this shit be depressing. So it's like this shit to keep it.
Yeah. So I there's some terms I used to use, right? And you might have heard it before. Ignorance is bliss, right? So there's plenty of times when I felt like I would be better off not knowing something. Because once you know, it's hard to act like you don't know.
Yeah.
And I go searching for information all the time, and then once I know it, it's sort of like if I was to get deep, the universe holds me accountable for things I just know. If I don't know, then I don't know. And once you know something, how do you act like you don't know something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't do that well. But I spend my time looking for things. So I end up knowing, and sometimes knowing is painful.
All the time, shit.
And sometimes knowing is lonely. You don't have nobody else to know.
Or nobody even give a fuck about the no.
So so a lot of times I think
that's really what it be.
Sometimes I think I tell y'all stuff, and y'all be like, "Yeah, I know it, but I don't need to know that shit, but I know it."
Yeah, I be trying to tap into it though. I be trying to tap into it. But I feel like I got over the years, just as I got older, I'm able to push shit to the back, move it around, fuck with it when I want to fuck with it. It's not, you know what I mean? And that takes time, and you being around for a little while for you to be able to move some shit around and be like, all right, let me get on this. Let's laugh at some shit. You know what I mean? Because like you said, we motherfucking laughing at some beef shit and all that, and it's super, super real shit going on in real time.
So I'll tell you what we'll do in the future. So we will try to give y'all more content, right? And maybe in different spaces. Maybe it's a time if I go deep and just go live and go deep one time, or maybe just have even something filmed, something that we did, and maybe I just go over some point or something like that. So we don't have to be shit. But I think a mix of being funny and informative to some degree. I hope at some point you guys laugh and get something and like and subscribe. Come on, man. But we will
definitely gonna do more.
We'll do more.
Definitely gonna do more.
Yeah, I get in a lot of when I like the show I did this past Saturday. Again, shouts out that they call me Sweet. That's Fran Sean, and I think the next time
they call you what?
They call her Sweet. So the name of her page on Instagram is They Call Me Sweet.
Oh, I thought you were saying they call you Sweet. Just say,
Nah, man, I'm old ski love, man. Not
Just
sweet,
say,
bro.
I just got on some other shit.
You thought I was tripping?
Like, oh, what?
Nah. That's my new poet name is Sweets.
Yeah, I'm like, I know you was on that type time, cuz.
Nah. But we're gonna do some things. I got some plans to do some things over the summer to celebrate my book.
Mm-hmm.
So I might do a Omar Sharif and friends type thing where I lead it because I just want to have more of a conversation. I've been on stage so many times and just get into my little. Anybody who ever seen me, I get into my little thing, close my eyes, and really do it like that. But to have a conversation about some of the things I talk about in the book, I wouldn't mind doing that also. But I'm trying to find a way to do it in an entertaining way.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for that coming up soon during these summer months. We're gonna have some fun with poetry, words, and of course the African drums, the congas, right? But yeah, you got something else for the people?
Yeah, I think we
covered it.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Drake for winning the rap battle. When it comes to real music and entertainment and things that you can listen to over and over again. Shout out to Kendrick for being a hell of a what was he here? For being a great poet. It was a great battle. I appreciate it.
You're a fucking hater, bro. We appreciate y'all, man. This is episode 5. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This is me and my OG podcast, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We out.
Can we do Cash App on here, man?
You want to Cash App me, Dad?
Yeah, I kind of like. I want to maybe they could sponsor my next pair of sneakers or something.